Hey guys! So for this video, I am going to tell you all a little bit more about me. These are 5 things that you might not know about me. So the first thing, number 1, I actually used to live in Japan. I lived in Japan for about 5 years total when I was younger. I first moved there when I was 6 weeks old, and of course I don't remember that, but we ended up moving back here and going back to Tokyo, Japan, when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade, and I do remember that. I love Japan so much, and thinking about it is very nostalgic for me. The culture there is just so amazing, and it is a dream of mine to go back there someday. I love Japan. Number 2. This may surprise a lot of you, but my real last name is actually not Paige. Paige is actually my middle name. I decided to go by my first and middle name for 2 reasons. First of all, for privacy, and second of all, I liked the sound of it better. I felt like it had a better ring, and that's why I went with Madilyn Paige. Number 3, I am deathly afraid of spiders. Deathly. They're just so creepy looking and gives me chills just thinking about it. Number 4, actually before I got super into singing, before I did the voice or anything, I was really into photography. To this day, if I wasn't a singer, I would be a photographer. Photography is a passion of mine. I love it so much, and I kind of started out with photography and film and that whole side of things, and then really got into singing. And singing kind of just took over for me. But I still, to this day, I love taking pictures and video, and it's kind of just a side hobby of mine. Alright, last but not least, number 5. This may sound kind of crazy, but I have almost been hit by a car and a train in my life. Yeah. You guys are probably wondering what the heck I was doing. To be honest, I kind of wonder the same thing. I will tell you guys how I got into these situations. And I know both of them are going to make me sound kind of stupid, but you live and you learn, right? So the story of me almost getting hit by a car. A few years ago, I was playing outside with my cousins, and we would go to my grandma's house a lot. And so we were at the park across from my grandma's house, and there were these 2 neighborhood cats at the time. We didn't know who they belonged to, but they kind of would follow us around, and they would just like show up every time we would be hanging out. And so we ended up naming these cats. I think their names were Tiger and Oreo, I think. We were crossing the street with these cats going from the park to my grandma's house, and I just remember my cousin and I were crossing the street with Tiger. It was this orange and white striped cat, and Tiger, for whatever reason, just decided to stop in the middle of the road and sit down. So naturally, I was trying to get the cat to move and calling it over, and it wasn't moving, and a car started to come down the street. And at this point, it was still pretty far off, so I still had some time to move this cat. So I went over to where the cat was in the middle of the road, and I don't know why I didn't just pick up the cat and move it. I think I was kind of scared to pick up the cat because we weren't super close with them, and maybe I was afraid it would attack me or something. I probably should have just picked it up, but I didn't. So I just stood there yelling at this cat while my cousin is on the sidewalk next to me yelling at me to move. And this car is just getting closer and closer. Before I know it, it's just feet away, and it hasn't slowed down. And I don't know what I was thinking in the moment, but the only thought that went through my mind at this point in time was I had to save this cat, and I was not gonna watch this cat die. I kind of forgot about myself, as ridiculous as that sounds, and I just stood there waving my arms. The car did not slow down, and finally it came to a screeching halt just a couple feet in front of me. Like, I think if I had reached my arm out, I could have touched this car. It was so close. It was a little bit traumatic after. Got lectured by my parents, as you can probably imagine, and yeah, never gonna do that again. At least I didn't get hit, and I'm alive and well, and the cat is alive and well, hopefully. I'm not sure where Tiger went after that. So story number 2, almost getting hit by a train. This probably sounds super ridiculous, but it is something that very well could have happened. So I went to this game, this state football game, with my brother and some of his friends a couple years ago. The game ended and we were heading back to take the train back down to where we live. It was a good sized crowd that was all going to this train station, and I was just paying attention to where my brother and his friends were going. I was just watching the girl right in front of me. I wasn't really paying attention to anything going on around me, which, you know, issue number 1 right there. We got really close to where the station was. There was this one part where, in order to get to the actual station, we had to jump over the tracks. So as I said, I was just watching the girl in front of me, and everybody jumped to the tracks. As I was about to jump over, maybe even as I was jumping over, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, the reason I looked over and saw the train was because I heard the horn. It was maybe 20 feet away or so, and when I looked up and saw this train and saw how close it was, I was a little bit shocked, and guess I didn't really process till after just how close I really was to getting slammed by this train. I guess you can say it was a little bit scary. Hopefully I don't get into any more situations like that. I'd rather not get hit by a car or a train. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something new about me. If you guys could, I would love to learn more about you. So if you guys want, I would love to hear a fun fact about you, something cool you can do or you've done, or something that not a lot of people know about you. If you could leave that down in the comments below, I would love to read all about you guys and get to know you better. Please don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe if you haven't already to see more videos coming to you every week. Also, just a quick heads up, I know that it's been a little while since I put out an actual cover, and I just want to let you guys know that I currently have a few covers in the works, and I'm super excited to get them out to you very soon, so keep an eye out for those. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you very soon. Bye!